I'm Patty Wipfler, and I'm the founder and the program director at Hand in Hand Parenting. And this is the beginning of your Building Emotional Understanding class, and we're very glad to have you with us. We hope this class will actually revolutionize your parenting and set your mind at ease that you are really meeting your child's core needs from morning till night without too much stress or strain on yourself. I wanted to start by asking you to think for a minute about what you wanted before you became a parent. What did you want from parenting? What were you excited about with the prospect of having a child? Or, in the case of some of us, what were you scared of when you found out you were going to have a child? What interested you about parenting? And this is actually very different for each individual. We all have our ideas of parenting. We all have our experiences of being parented. And most of us come to parenting with a few very specific ideas of what we want to do and what we don't want to do. And most of what we want to do generally centers around loving someone really, really well. Just having that total open door between us and a young person who's really open to us and really wants to be with us. That's hugely attractive. It's a wonderful thing. It makes our lives so much better. Most of us have something that we're looking for and hoping to have around closeness, around feeling really close to someone with no barriers in the way, no complications. And with young children, this is really possible. And many of us are excited about the chance to play, the chance to be with somebody who likes to pour water over their own head and laugh and laugh and laugh, and then pour water over yours and laugh some more. And just the simple idea of enjoying life and having fun, it's one of the really wonderful things about having children. And I think most of us are also interested in having the power to help someone in a significant way, having the power to guide someone, having the power to smooth life out, in a more thorough way than life was smoothed for us. However, the realities of parenting in this society are that there's so little support for this work. People don't even consider it work, really. It's very complex work. It's work where the learning curve is like this, from the very beginning all the way up to when your child is 20, 22, and beyond. It's not easy work. It's very personally challenging work. And by the time you've gotten to this class, you've probably come here not because of the idea of love or play or, really being close to your child. You've probably come here because you just want a good night's sleep. Because you just want to make it through a day without getting so frustrated you want to yell. You've probably come here because you want a kid who doesn't drive you nuts over and over again. And the tools that you've been using, the parenting ideas you've been using, haven't gotten you to where you want to get. And we're glad you're here with us. We think we can help. What I want to say is that parenting needs to be supported much more thoroughly than it is in our society. And just, it's a kind of a funny little thought, but the thought I've always had is that many years ago, I had a neighbor who was pruning her tree. She was 15, 20 years older than I was. She was pruning her tree. She fell out of the tree and yelled out. And, we heard her. The ambulance came. And within 20 minutes, she was in good hands and she was being taken care of. She had an emergency. Something broke. And people were there. We've organized society so that nobody has to, lay around in their backyard for 3 days and 3 nights. Someone comes, someone helps. But when parent patience breaks at home, no one comes, no one helps, there's no one to call, there's no way to get out of a really rough interpersonal situation. You're upset, your child's upset, you don't know what to do. And what I hope will happen in a society that understands the importance of connection and understands the importance of supporting parents so they can love their children well, will be that, in another decade or two, that when you got to 6 o'clock at night and you had a little one clinging to one leg and your other child's over at the table trying to, do a project, and their paper tears, and they're hungry, and they're whiny, and I need Scotch tape. Where's the Scotch tape? And you're trying to fix dinner and you've just looked in the refrigerator and you find that you don't have enough milk for the macaroni and cheese that you had in mind, and you have no idea what else to make. It's like you're not thinking so well either. And this child whines again, and you feel like your patience is breaking. It's like what you want to do is what your parents did to you, which is back of the hand, if you whine one more time, I'm giving you something to cry about kind of thing, which is what many of us grew up with. But instead, in this society that's figured out that parents really need and deserve support, and that this enhances the intelligence of our children and gives us a much easier time ourselves, what you would do is kind of hobble over to this little button on the stove over here, and you would push the little button, and that would send a signal to the parent rescue squad. And they, like the ambulance, try to be there within 5 minutes. You have broken patience. It's a serious matter. There are 3 people in this van that come to your house. They've all been parents. They liked parenting. They like parents. They've been to your house before. They know you. They know your children. And when you need help, you call them, and they come. They come, and one of them takes you over and listens to how your day has gone. And you get to tell them, that my child, when he whines, it just drives me so crazy. I don't know what to do. And one of them is over there, bringing the Scotch tape to your child who needs help with his project, and maybe giving him some carrots and peanut butter because he's hungry. And the other one kind of peels the baby off your leg and plays with the baby for a little while until you've been listened to, until you're no longer a volcano ready to blow. And they found you some milk. They usually carry that around. And your family is triaged, put back together. You're in good communication. Took them about 20 minutes, and then they go on down the street to the next family that could use a little help. It's like that's the way I would love to see us organize around parenting. We're not here yet. So what we have instead for you is listening tools. We're going to teach you adult-to-adult listening tools that are going to help you build support in your life. We're going to teach you listening partnerships, and we're going to show you on the phone how a parent-to-parent listening group goes so that you get support, you get listened to, you can tell your story and offload the stress that builds before it gets to the eruption point. So you have a dependable place to go with how hard it is and where you want to get. We're going to teach you 4 parent-to-child listening tools. We're going to do them one at a time in this class. We're going to teach you stay listening, special time, setting limits, and play listening. And what we're going to do is we'll talk about each tool each week. You'll go home, you'll try it with your children. You'll come back with some stories about how it worked or how it didn't seem to work. Your telephone mentor will help you adjust what you're doing a little bit or explain to you why things happened the way they did from a Parenting by Connection perspective. And you'll have another set of things to try that week. So we hope you'll get a chance to learn these very valuable tools. What these tools can do is to lift troubles out of your mind and out of your heart so that you're parenting with a lighter life, not so much on your shoulders. And because you understand your children's core needs better, the love that you're offering and the way you're offering it really work to deliver everything you've always wanted your children to have from you. That's our goal.